Welcome, everyone. It is wonderful to see all of you joining us today and participating in the Safe Soil movement. My name is Joyce, and I'm a volunteer for Conscious Planet and the Safe Soil movement. Today, we will be giving some updates, following Sadhguru's journey, and discussing some of the things that you can do this week to support the Safe Soil movement and answer any questions that you might have. This will take about 35 to 45 minutes, and we hope you can stay with us. Some of you may be new to the Safe Soil movement, so we will provide a brief introduction. Save Soil is a worldwide movement to save our soil from extinction by bringing about national, global policy changes that will include the revitalization of soil and maintaining that to a 3 to 6% organic content. You may be wondering, what is soil extinction? What do we mean by 3 to 6% organic content? Let's watch a brief video and learn more.
We are talking about climate change, carbon emissions, and global warming and various other aspects, but we are not addressing soil. Soil is the habitat upon which zillions of lives thrive. Once there is no richness in soil, then you have forsaken the planet in many ways. Every responsible scientist in the world and the UN agencies are clearly saying we have only 80 to 100 harvests left. That means approximately 45 to 50 years of agricultural soil left on the planet. By 2045, we will be producing 40% less food than what we are producing right now, and our populations will be 9.3 billion people. The food shortages that could manifest in the next 25 years, the consequences of that is unimaginable. Civil wars will unfold across the world once there is food shortage. What we are facing now is soil extinction. Why is soil becoming extinct? Where is it going away? What is happening to our soil? We must understand, if you add organic content to sand, sand will turn into soil. If you remove all organic content from the soil, soil will become sand. In normal agricultural soil, the minimum organic content should be between 3 to 6%. The most minimum is 3%. At least this minimum to keep the soil alive, to keep the soil as living soil is a must. Agricultural soils across the world, the depletion is so heavy, in most countries, more than 50% of the topsoil is already gone in the last 100 years. The nutrient levels have dropped significantly. The level of micronutrients you would get from your food in early 20th century to what you are getting from the same food now has dropped 90%. If you ate one orange in 1920s, what you got from it, now in 2020, if you have to get the same, you will have to eat 8 oranges. This is what we have done to our food.
Soil is the biggest ecosystem on the planet, and so few people know anything about it. 1 teaspoon of healthy soil probably contains more microbes than there are people on Earth.
The microbial life in the first 12 to 15 inches of topsoil is the basis of our existence. It is this magic beneath our feet which has produced the life that we are. This first 12 to 15 inches of soil is the basis of life for 87% of life on this planet, including you and me.
We have to begin to recognize that what we call our soil, Mother Earth, is a living organism.
Open soils, ripped open by plowing, open to sunlight, is the basis of destruction of microbial life. So the focus should be on agriculture, the focus should be on seeing that land is under shade as much as possible, some kind of shade, grasses, herbs, bushes, trees. Conscious Planet is launching Save Soil movement to bring about a policy change to regenerate soil. As a part of this, I'm 65 and I'm riding 30,000 kilometers, a lone motorcycle journey, 30,000 kilometers across 24 nations to activate support from the citizenry to assure the governments long-term investments will be appreciated. So it's extremely important that soil regeneration is enshrined in the policy of every government on the planet. We must change the narrative on the planet that soil is a wealth, a legacy we have received from previous generations, and we have to pass it on as living soil for future generations. We are in a cusp of time. If you do the right things now, in the next 15 to 25 years, we can significantly turn this situation around and regenerate the soil. But if we allow this to progress like this for another 30 to 40 years, after 40 years if we attempt this, then it could take 150 to 200 years because that much loss of biodiversity would have happened. From 21st of March for 100 days, the whole world, every human being on the planet should talk soil. We must hear the word soil, save soil everywhere to see that the narrative on the planet changes towards the most vital aspect of our life, the soil. Each one of you should reach as many people as you can to make this happen. Many global leaders and influencers are already participating in the movement. Be a part of this and let us make it happen.
From my part, as much as I can contribute.
We're going to save the soil. Do your part.
And saving the soils.
Our future, our children's future, and our planet's future depend on it.
Save the soil.
We know what we must do, so let's make it happen.
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 As many of you may be aware, Sadhguru started on March 21st, Sadhguru started on a 30,000 kilometer, 100-day motorcycle journey, beginning in London, and it will be culminating in southern India. Sadhguru will be meeting with global leaders, influencers, and the public. He will be sharing the Save Soil movement and traveling to 26 countries and attending over 400 events. We will share a few highlights from his trips so far.
It's a great pleasure for me. These beautiful Caribbean nations are going for this first.
This memorandum of understanding that we are signing, it will also bring some technical assistance to the Caribbean region.
This is a historic moment because here is the first step to turn around.
You are probably one of the most famous Indians, and what you're doing today is really important because people like you who have a wonderful following of millions and millions of people, and what you're doing with that is so important with saving the soil.
If you want to say, I love you to your child, you must just say save soil, because it is a more committed way of saying I love you.
Every single one of us needs to get behind this really, really important mission.
It's an extraordinary campaign. It echoes what we in the Commonwealth have been aspiring to do for a number of years.
Next 100 days from 21st of March, we want the whole world to talk about soil.
It is not about the motorcycle, it's not about the journey, it's not about the song, it is about moving people on the planet. Make it happen, huh?
Nobody spoke about soil like Sadhguru does.
I think if we all contribute, then we have a really strong voice.
There has been so much excitement and everybody is so excited to hear Sadhguru.
This is our time on the planet. What we do here is our business. Let's do the right things.
I honestly didn't feel like part of the movement before. Obviously, I'd never met him. Seeing what kind of a following he has and how impactful it is, I really feel like I just joined a global movement.
Graffiti artists supporting this Save Soil movement, wanting to inspire the youth, and youth being the major population in most parts of the world today, all graffiti artists, to whatever walls that you have, make sure that you use this. One of the most beautiful cities of Europe.
It really resonated with me, the message that we have to save our soil.
It's our common issue together. It's not for one nation, for one person, but we as people have to unite and to solve this.
This is a celebration of human beings coming together to do what they need to do. Had a wonderful meeting with the Agriculture Minister of Slovenia. Reshimo Press! All of us have been part of this destruction. The only way is all of us become part of the solution also. Riding on to Italy. Italy is raining heavily tonight. We are in Venice.
So it's like a wave of hope.
It's necessary for the future.
Over 2000 years ago, this Eternal City made the mistake of over-farming the region, and the erosions that caused did tremendous damage, and that was also the fall of the city at that time. So, the Romans of today should never make that mistake once again.
And we are very happy that we are aligned in our message to really hide the profile of soils, and we believe that is very much needed.
Young people getting into farming is very good. That's the future of the world.
Thank you.
Here we are in Geneva.
I think it's a message of urgency, but it's also a message of hope. So I would really like to thank Sadhguru for his leadership.
The global movement led by him addresses the soil crisis by mobilizing people around the entire world.
It touches your heart, you know, and his message is strong.
This massive fountain in the Lake of Geneva is lit up for Save Soil today with Save Soil colors of blue and green. You cannot stop this. The moment is on. It's going to be on till the policies are done. See, when people want it, it definitely will happen. There's no question about it. Tell me, will it happen? Huh?
In this cold, slippery road and winds are picking up speed, no matter what the hell, I have to keep going. You think this is a problem? Relentless commitment to what you do, that is the only solution. Save soil, let's make it happen.
We already have one action, which is an MOU to be signed between Isha Foundation and 4,000 Initiative Soils for Food Security and Climate for cooperation in achieving our objective of creating a healthier soil.
We were just sharing exactly the same objective, increasing carbon content in the soil.
I'm really humbled by your campaign, Sadhguru. What you are doing is really impressive.
First, I would like to thank Sadhguru for this campaign. I'm quite amazed and thrilled by it.
I was very honored to be on the stage and be able to actually express that his mission is what we need.
It's fantastic. France has been great. Well, Brussels.
Let's put together and work on a common message for all to save a resource that determines our future. Save the soil.
We should all stand up and make the most impact we can to create a real change in the world.
Get the bottom!
And then a smashing evening at the main event. And a super enthusiastic crowd committing themselves to make this happen.
It's heartwarming to see everybody come together.
Save soil on the move. Let's make it happen. Just look up the news and see in the last 4 months, how many governments have started talking about soil because they see it's picking up momentum. But if you create 3 to 4 billion people talking about soil, that's it. That will be the main conversation in the government.
Save the Soil is a very important movement that we support as UNCCD. We would like to propose to the world to do whatever they can to protect the soil, because it is our future.
Save soil, let's make it happen.
I need someone to show me the way. I need someone to show me the way.
The Education Ministry in Germany has now come into the picture officially and asked all the children to do artwork to support Save Soil movement. Good, Arjun, wonderful. Congratulations that you wrote to the Prime Minister.
Let's make it happen!
So, on the way to Bratislava, well, the road surface is not great, too many puddles of water, so can't maintain very high speed. It's great that all of you are here in Bratislava. Nobody ever imagined 100 years ago that we will have to save soil of all the things.
beings.
Thank you for coming to Slovakia. It's wonderful, and I'm very happy that with your campaign.
Would you like to come in the kitchen and cook with me a little bit?
Why not? Without soil being rich, food won't be rich. Without food being rich, our bodies will not be of full potential.
What do you call it?
It's a Sadhguru salad.
Table 12.
The old heroes always built something which stands up like this, but the new heroes are those people who will nurture the soil which always lies beneath our feet, never stands up. Oh, this wonderful city of Belgrade, the UNFAO said something which really deeply hurt me, is the soil that we are consuming right now belongs not even to these little children, belongs to the unborn child. This is an expression of our love and responsibility for our own lives and the future lives.
I love the message that he sent and how he broadened it, that it's everybody's responsibility.
I think there is a great potential for a good collaboration, partnership with the campaign Save Soil, and what we are doing as a government, we can make it together.
It's very important, bringing a certain sense of love and celebration towards the land that we walk upon.
It's just after noon, but temperatures are around 2 degrees, morning it was below zero. Not a weather for motorcycle for sure. Going from Sofia to Bucharest,
organize yourselves whichever way you want, form groups, come together somehow and see this happens.
Sadhguru reminded me that I have a voice.
The people from Istanbul were really amazed by Sadhguru to appear, and they were just so happy to see him.
This many people, if all of you are committed and you spend 15–20 minutes a day to enhance the message, I think I don't have to go on riding like crazy. Yesterday I rode 18 hours, can you believe this, through Bulgarian roads?
Is an honest expression of his wisdom and love for humanity, I think.
He's been riding through very, rough terrain, rough roads, dusty construction sites.
It was a long drive and we were getting a little late for the live event at Tbilisi.
He, right at the end, maybe 5 minutes before the event, decided that he couldn't stop for a break.
In the traffic, he was just removing his jacket and gloves and throwing in the car just to make it on time.
The whole purpose of this moment is to bring this home, that when you walk up on the soil, you know it is the source of your life. Keeping it alive is the most important thing. Will you make it happen?
It's a gift from God for the people, for the earth, for the soil.
We must save the soil, we must plant the trees, we must replenish the forests, we must save our planet.
Wonderful, thank you so much for standing up for soil.
جينا بالحب جينا يا تربة الحبيبة وعدا منا وعهدا والعهد لن يخيبا.
Right now, soil has turned into sand because we pulled out all the organic content. We are taking the life out of the soil. If we don't put that back, all the other concerns which are important to be attended to, but none of them will matter.
This is not for us, this is for him and his generation, hoping that they would have a better future with a better world. Save soil.
Here in Palestine, wonderful to be here.
I salute you and I respect your initiative and my full support of what is needed from the Palestinian side to support you.
The most important thing is we must keep our lands alive for future generations, because that is a fundamental responsibility we hold for our children and future generations beyond them.
Well, it's very important. I can tell you as a motorcycle driver, I also like motorcycles and it's not easy. This guy is devoted and this is what makes him so impressive and so he touches people.
When it comes to agriculture, when it comes to soil, when it comes to soil ecology, our national borders mean nothing because microorganisms operate as a global system. People are talking about doctors without borders. I'm asking you, are you beings without borders? Are you alive without borders? The only way we can see the continuum of life process is that it has to be addressed globally. Implementation has to happen on the land, and land is not managed by scientists, land is managed by farmers. So it's extremely important. It must be a single point agenda, incentive-based agenda. If inspiration, incentives and disincentives after a certain period of time is the way forward, this is my appeal to every one of you, because I don't want this COP15 to end as one more convention with more paper and more paper. This must end with concrete action, and action in such a way that it's implementable.
There is no word to describe what Sadhguru is doing for us.
If we want to see everybody prosper, it is so important that each of us do our part and raise our voices.
Save soil!
Save soil!
Let's make it happen!
The Saudi Arabia as a kingdom, since 1970s, converting deserts into fertile lands has been quietly happening. Other countries which have fertile lands and actively working to turn them into deserts, you must put them to shame, it's very important. In so many ways, we have found the differences between each other in terms of nationality, race, religion, caste, creed. If we act as one humanity, in the next 10-15 years we can turn this around.
بالعربي أنقذ التربة لنفعل ذلك على أرض الواقع بمبادرات عملية وجادة ملموسة الأثر. أنقذ التربة save soil.
We are very glad to have Sadhguru in the Kingdom of Bahrain.
You are capable of looking beyond your immediate well-being and doing something in the world that is worthwhile. Right now, this is not even about generosity, this is about survival. save soil. Let's make it happen. Thank you very much.
You know, the most important thing of what I have learned from him is that the most important thing is to live in harmony and peace within yourself.
And خذوا التربة and save soil.
40 minutes past midnight, just another maybe 30 kilometers to the Emirates border, UAE border. It's been a long drive. Totally 930 kilometers today we're doing. Well, UAE has become, an airline hub and a shopping hub and other kinds, but nobody imagined it could be an ecological hub.
Thank you so much for being here with us, Sadhguru, on this wonderful journey. The UAE is partnering with you on saved soil, such an important cause.
So as you can see, Sadhguru has been overwhelmingly welcomed by leaders and citizens in these countries. And no matter how arduous Sadhguru's journey, you can see he always takes that special time for the children. Today is day 66 of Sadhguru's journey, and he arrived in Muscat, Oman. However, it was necessary for him to actually leave the World Economic Forum early to enable his timely arrival. Not before brilliantly sharing his views on the soil crisis, but Sadhguru needed to drive 3 hours through a hot desert to get to Muscat, Oman. But it was a beautiful, beautiful event. And if you miss the live streaming, you simply must take a look. And the volunteers will post the YouTube links for both of these events because they are must-see events. Sadhguru will travel on, beginning the final leg of his journey to India after leaving Oman today. I must say the event in Oman, just a little bit about it. Sadhguru shared the Sanskriti school and to include dancing with his daughter. So it was just fabulous in addition to Sadhguru's message. So obviously Sadhguru is doing all that he can do. So what is it that we could do this week to support Save Soil? We would like to share some highlights on the Save Soil website. I will share my screen so we can do this. What you see here is the website for the Save Soil Walkathon. And the volunteers will post the link in the chat for you to access this website. And you can click here and find events. So what is happening is on Father's Day weekend, the 18th and the 9th, volunteers throughout North and Latin America will be hosting walkathons. So this week, all are actively preparing to host these walkathons to save our soil and save our children. They will be taking place in over 60 cities on June 18th and 19th. They will be between 3 kilometers and 5 kilometer walks. So here you can search a state They are being updated regularly. And once you find a state where you would like to participate in the walkathon, you can click on and you will find the ability to register. If you are unable to attend the walkathon, you can also leave a donation for that particular walkathon. So you'll have all the details, the date, the location, etc. For the walkathon. So what else? Well, you want to keep up with the Save Soil Toolkit, and in it you will find updates, regular updates. As I mentioned, if you missed one of the events, you'll be able to locate it here on the website and watch it in its entirety. Now, one of the other things that Sadhguru is continuing to mention at these events is the contacting of our government officials. This is very, very important. We want to continue to reach out to our leaders. Already, 74 nations have signed a memorandum of understanding demonstrating a commitment to the Save Soil movement in their countries. We can encourage our public leaders to do the same. The Save Soil website has conveniently made available to you the ability to inspire policy change by writing a letter. You might have already written a letter to President Biden. There is a new letter here. So you will do the same, where you can insert your name and it will automatically be copied to the template, which you can put into a contact form to the White House. You need to fill in all your contact information, but you'll see here is the spot where the letter customized with your name will appear. I want to bring your attention to one of the important changes in this letter is that it includes the three-pronged plan that Sadhguru proposed at COP15. That a proper program in any country needs to provide inspiration and incentives to farmers. Now, that may look different in different countries, but Sadhguru is suggesting that needs to be in place. It would include simplifying the process which farmers can take advantage of carbon credits. So incentivize farmers. There needs to be developed a special label for foods grown from soil with the target level of the organic content and promote the health benefits of these foods. So also included is the link. So this is being sent to government policymakers. There is a Save Soil handbook available. So this also is being placed in this letter for government decision makers to view. So you also can take a look at the Save Soil handbook by scrolling back down into the website. There are so many great pieces of information, but right here you will see the Save Soil Handbook request form if you would like to read it, or the volunteers are also posting the links for the letter to government officials as well as the handbook so that you could send this to somebody else. So if you wish to read it, you would fill out a request to view right here. This book, it offers practical scientific solutions that governments can put into action to revitalize the soil in their nation. Saudi Arabia is a desert, and as Sadhguru mentioned in the video, yet 52% of its food is produced in country. So there are changes that can be made. There are scientific solutions available. And this handbook is an effort to demonstrate how different countries can develop policy changes for soil regeneration. And it's based on their different soil types, their position on the globe, and whatever agricultural traditions that nation may have. So these are significant resources that you can use to participate in the Save Soil movement this week. So we recommend that you continue to consult this website. It is updated regularly with information and activities. Also, there are many resources that you can share with others. So you want to, first and foremost, keep yourself updated. Follow Sadhguru's journey. It demonstrates our support. You want to continue to use social media to amplify the message. And I mentioned the website, the Save Soil Toolkit, being so valuable. If you are a person not comfortable with social media or lacking knowledge, there is actually a training program available for you in the Save Soil Toolkit. The volunteers will also post social media handles that would be very useful in amplifying the message. And of course, if you haven't already become an Earth Buddy, please do so, and you'll receive updates and more information on a regular basis. The point being, if individuals don't successfully amplify the Safe Soil message, Sadhguru is telling us we need at least 60% of individuals to share their concern for the soil in their country and the world in order for us to be able to make this happen. So we'd like to take any questions that you might have at this point. You can post them in the chat. It will take a few moments for the questions to travel to where I can read and respond. But I want to let you know that we will continue to meet every Wednesday at 7:30 Central Time, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, and every Sunday at 2 p.m. Central Time, where you can continue to learn more about the Save Soil movement and receive updates, have your questions answered, so on and so forth. Let's see. While we're waiting, I also want to share something that really struck me at the World Economic Forum. Sadhguru shared the stage with Deepak Chopra and a woman from Ecuador. She is a part of the indigenous Indian culture. Her name is Helena Galina. And she basically proved Sadhguru's point from her personal experience working with her government, indigenous tribes, and the rainforest, and how the policy changes taking place in the government from the people's choice really impacted the ability of the indigenous tribes to take care of the rainforest. So she has experienced firsthand what Sadhguru is speaking to us about, that it is necessary for us to share this knowledge about the soil crisis and to plead with our government officials to engage in the soil solutions to the soil crisis as as a part of their policy platforms. This is necessary for our future. Okay, we're waiting to see if there are any more questions. So, if there are no more questions, what we would like to do is end with a music video that was designed and posted by an Earth Buddy, a fellow Earth Buddy from Denver, Colorado. It is a heartwarming music video, and it will be followed by some of the most recent slides, pictures of Sadhguru's journey. Please enjoy, and thank you for being with us today.
This holy ground, this holy water, sweet blessed soil, I am your daughter. Give to me eyes that see things clearly. This is our home, to love so dearly. I pray for strength, I pray for wisdom, not just for me, but for our children, and for this Eden so steeped in grace. May we support this holy place. This holy ground, this holy water, sweet blessed soil, I am your daughter.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. This very body is soil. My body, your body, everybody is just soil body. Soil body. The magic of soil is it turns death into life. Depleted soils will not quench the fire of hunger. Unquenched hunger can burn the very world. This is a generational responsibility. Save soil. Let's make it happen.